Hey guys, WindScytheScizor here. Welcome to 6v6 Wi-Fi battle versus ZSuperFire5 or PokeBankOU, whichever you prefer to call him by. Been just dying to get this battle with him. We've been planning this out for about a week or two now, and we've had to reschedule it a bunch of times. So if you guys have connected with me over Twitter, you know that I've been tweeting about this a bit, and I finally get to battle him today. So let's get this battle started. I'll be using the same team that I used. Well, actually, no, not the same. I actually switched out Talonflame for Ferrothorn for a bit of more defense on my team. So I'm going to get this started. So my team is now Scizor, Scarf King, Scarf Nidoking, Mandibuzz, Ferrothorn, Latias, and Gengar. And we're going to battle him. I don't know what he's bringing. I need to take a picture of his team, so give me like 2 seconds. Okay, got the picture of his team. He's bringing Meowstic, Mienshao, Mawile, Shaman, Rotom, Heat, and Tyranitar. All these things look threatening. I fear Mawile the most because Mawile has always wrecked my team. Leads. I feel like he wants to lead off with Mienshao, making me want to lead off with not Latias because it has knockoff. Kind of makes me want to lead off with Mandibuzz, so I'll lead off with Mandibuzz, and we'll go from there. So let's see how this fares out. Honestly, I really think I'm gonna get wrecked because Tyranitar is nothing to laugh at. Mienshao is scary. It just, to describe Mienshao in one word, it's just scary. It's impossible to describe it in any other way except scary. Frail maybe, but scary. But let's get this battle started, I guess, and begin my wreckage. So he leads off with Mienshao, like I predicted. So I did lead off with Mandibuzz. And I don't really know what he wants to go for. I fear high jump kick? Ice punch? I'm actually going to make a really ballsy play and switch into my Gengar and see if he wants to high jump kick. And if he high jump kicks and doesn't have ice punch, I don't really think this thing will have ice punch. I don't really see ice punch too commonly on Mienshao anymore. So if he high jump kicks and I go into Gengar, this is actually a really good play. So I'm going to switch into Gengar. My beautiful shiny Gengar. And he does go for the high jump kick. That prediction worked out perfectly as he takes that 50% recoil damage. Now, let's see. What does he have on his team? To switch on a Shadow Ball, I feel like he's going to switch in Tyranitar. So, if he wants to switch in Tyranitar... Well, Tyranitar or Shaman, in all honesty. Maybe Mawile. Making me want to switch into my Nidoking. So, I think I'm switching into Nidoking right here. Although he might knock off. I don't want him knocking off my choice Scarf. So, I'm just going to stay in and go for a... I don't want to go for a Sludge Bomb. I'll go for Shadow Ball. He does withdraw. Okay, so it would have been a safe play to switch into something else. And he does switch into Tyranitar, so the Shadow Ball will deal near nothing. Beautiful shiny Tyranitar. I kind of thought he would switch into that, so I really wish I had switched out. So now my Sash is broken and worthless. So I'm going to get off the Shadow Ball and deal little to no damage. Now, I don't know if he wants to Stealth Rock or not. He's going to gain all that HP that I just dealt to him. He'll gain all that back. I feel like he's going to Crunch, so I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond. And just basically sack my Gengar. I don't see Gengar making too big a play other than as a switch in against my Mienshao. Not sure why I got that mixed up with my Milotic, considering they're two completely different looking and competitive Pokemon. So apparently I'm not smart today. So seeing as my Gengar is just in here, giving this Tyranitar the stare down, I really want to get this Destiny Bond off and just kill the Tyranitar. Killing the Tyranitar will be a big thing here. That way I don't have to deal with Sandstorm and all the bulk he has. So I'm gonna get up my Destiny Bond. Let's see if he went for Crunch. Hoping he did. He goes for the Stealth Rock. I half predicted that too. Now I feel like I'm scaring him out with the D-Bond. So, do I want to switch? What would he switch into? Mawile, if anything. So, I'm still gonna go for the Destiny Bond, just in case. Double D-Bond and see what happens. Because I really don't want to deal with this Tyranitar. I don't have, like, anything for it. So I'm gonna go for another Destiny Bond and hope that he went for the Crunch. He goes for a Fire Blast. He's a special Tyranitar. Okay. That ain't even gonna kill me. So I see where he's going with this. He is actually baiting. Like, he doesn't want to kill my Gengar. I can't safely switch in, so I just have to go for another Destiny Bond. I can't do anything else, because everything else is too much of a risk. If I switch in Scizor, I take a Fire Blast. If I switch in Latias, he has Crunch / Dark Pulse. If I switch in Ferrothorn, he has Fire Blast. He switched out. Incoming Mawile. I'm just gonna keep spamming Destiny Bond. I want this thing dead. I want anything on his team dead right now. So honestly, I don't even care if I'm spamming Destiny Bond. I only have 2 left. I feel it's a bit obvious for me to go for another Destiny Bond. I kind of want to go for it. Let me check up Rotom Heat's typing. Rotom Heat. I feel like it's Electric Fire. I'm not sure though. Yes, it is Electric Fire. I'm still gonna... What can he possibly do to me? So I'm gonna go for the Destiny Bond. He's gonna trick me. Cool. You get tricked a useless Focus Sash. And I obtained a Choice Scarf. Alright, I'm go for that one more Destiny Bond. And the Sandstorm does go down, so I feel like he's switching back into Tyranitar. I'm keeping Gengar right now. Do these things run Shadow Ball? I don't think they run Shadow Ball. For a trick set, it looks like it's Overheat, Volt Switch, and Thunderbolt for the attacks, so I'm gonna switch in Latias right here. I'll preserve my Gengar for now. As he does do a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. Well, I'm just glad that I didn't switch into Scizor. That way I don't take any burn damage or minus attack on my Scizor. Let's see, what would he possibly do here? Switch out in the Tyranitar? I'll go for Recover. Make a safe play. That way if he does go for Shadow Ball, I can live. And I can just... Well, he might trick me a Focus Sash, actually, so my Latias is useless. He does switch out, so I do get my... what is this called? The Recover off. Bringing my HP up a fair amount. That way the Stealth Rocks don't bother me. I wish I had Defog on this thing a bit. Defog would be a bit helpful right now, but my Mandibuzz has it, so good enough. Screens are incoming, so I'm gonna Calm Mind. I'm gonna take this opportunity to start setting up. As when Latias sets up, Latias puts in work. I still want to keep my Gengar around for that Tyranitar. I really do fear it. And I want to get off my Destiny Bond. Because that's pretty much one of my only ways to kill it, because I don't have much of a way. So he does get up a Light Screen. I go for my Calm Mind. He doesn't have... Oh, he has Mawile. So... he's probably going to set up another screen right here. So I'm going to go for a Draco Meteor. Hoping that he doesn't switch into Mawile. Okay, so he does switch into Mawile. I was so close to going... Oh, he goes into Tyranitar. So even at +1, this Draco Meteor is about to do nothing. Since he's at the Spadef boost from Sandstorm and behind a light screen. So at +1, this Draco Meteor did about as much as my Gengar's Shadow Ball. Plus I had Life Orb boost, so that is extremely sad. Tyranitar is just eating up these hits. Kinda wish I had a fighting type. Oh, I do have Scizzor's knockoff, not knockoff, Bug Bite, but I can't safely switch it in yet, nor will a Bug Bite kill from this range. What is he gonna do? Dark Pulse? I feel like my Mandibuzz could take any hit he's gonna throw at me right here. And I really do want the leftovers off of this thing. So I'm gonna switch in my Mandibuzz, and I'm probably gonna defog away the rocks first. So rocks are gonna be a bit of an annoyance to my team, as I will be losing HP on pretty much all my Pokemon every time I switch in. So I need to get rid of those as fast as possible. And do make a safe switch out from my Latias into my Mandibuzz. I hope he went for something like Dark Pulse. So he does use Dark Pulse. I'm not going to take any damage from this because I am fully special defensive. Now, I will most likely go for a defog right here. So I'm going to go for a defog because I want to get rid of these rocks, as I feel he's switching out into Mawile. Or maybe Mienshao. I don't know. This is really risky. This Tyranitar really destroys my team right now. So I want to get these rocks out of here. So that way, I do have a bit of safe switch-ins. He is going to switch out. That's definitely Mawile. Chompion, that's Mawile. I'm going to get the Intimidate. So this is pretty much where he sweeps me. So I'm going to go for the defog. Get rid of my rocks at least. And I even get rid of the screens, as I do have Flamethrower on my Nidoking. Does Latias make... Yes, it does. I need it for the, Do I want to make a play and go into Ferrothorn? I feel the play rough coming. I do indeed feel the play rough coming. I do indeed feel a play rough coming. Is Steel resistant to play rough? I'll look up Ferrothorn. That's not how you spell Ferrothorn. I don't know how to type. Ferrothorn XY. Look up Ferrothorn. I believe it is resistant to Steel. I mean Fairy or whatever I've said before. Let's see here. Fairy. Yep, it is resistant. So I'm going to switch into Ferrothorn. But I do fear Fire Fang a lot. Fire Fang will indeed destroy me if he has it. So he is going to Mega. Fearing Play Rough, I just had to switch into Ferrothorn. As he goes for a sub. Ugh. This is going to be a fun time. So, fearing Fire Fang. I'm just going to go into Latias. At this point, I just want Latias to die. As I might just use, my... Oh, he withdraws. Okay. And he goes into his Rotom. Didn't expect that. Very, very nice. So I will switch back into my Latias. I really want to get off the recover right here. So my Latias has more HP. And I feel like he's actually going to switch out into Tyranitar or Mawile again. This burn is slowly whittling away my Latias. I don't like it. I don't like it. As he does make a switch into Tyranitar. Kind of predicted that. But I still want this recover. Because my Latias needs some HP right here. This battle is super long. We're like 15 minutes into the battle and not a single Pokemon has gone down. So, Dark Pulse / Fire Blast coming my way. I want to make a safe switch into Mandibuzz. It's just the only special defensive Pokemon on my team. And if he goes for a physical attack, this is just... I have Rocky Helmet. So I'll switch back into Mandibuzz as he goes for Dark Pulse. As I just eat that hit up really nicely. Now the Mawile switch, I feel is extremely obvious, so I'm not going to go for knockoff. I'm just going to go for a Roost. Oh, so he doesn't switch out as I get up a Roost. He's most likely going to Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Fire Blast. This will deal nothing. And I don't get burned too, so that's really nice. So I do want to make a really risky play and switch into my Nidoking, predicting Mawile, so I can just Earth Power it. Which I think I might actually do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch into my Nidoking. So I'm gonna switch out my Mandibuzz and hope that he switched into Mawile. So I'll go into Nidoking. And he does withdraw. Perfect. And he goes into his Mienshao. Well, I'm Scarfed, so I outspeed. Unless he's Scarfed as well. But I am Timid Scarf, so I'm pretty sure I'll outspeed either way. Just in case he wants to make a play and go into Mawile, I'm going to go for Earth Power. He goes for Fake Out. Ugh. Okay, so he's definitely not Scarf if he has Fake Out. He's a Life Orb. That's going to be dealing a lot of damage. So I'm still going to go for Earth Power because I am Timid Scarf. So the Mienshao will go down to this. So Mienshao down. That is finally one down on his team. First down of the game after about 17 minutes of battling. Oh my god. This battle has been going really well. Now I'm fearing Mawile because I'm pretty sure Sucker Punch could kill me from here. Let's see. Mawile or Meowstic? Shaman could be a big problem too. As he brings in Rotom, which I cannot Earth Power, so I'm forced to switch out. Going into Latias. Because Latias just takes any hit from this thing. I don't want to risk getting burned on my Mandibuzz. He goes for the Overheat. I'll eat this up really well. Latias is like a special defense tank. Whew, that still did a lot, but it was a crit, which is why it's a crit. It's a crit. So I do take burn damage. He doesn't outspeed me, I think. So I'm going to go for a recover. Latias refuses to die here. Not now. I want to give this thing its time. So go for the recover, get a lot of HP back. He goes for another Overheat. hoping for that crit. Will he get it? He is not going to get it, and that will deal little to no damage as he brings his special attack to -4. Now I kind of see the Mawile coming in. So I want to switch in my Nidoking and hope this goes well. So I'll switch out my Latias, and hoping he switched into Mawile, I'll switch in my Choice Scarf to Nidoking. He does withdraw. Let's hopefully see Mawile. Tyranitar, just as good. Not really, because this thing is about to wreck my face. What could this thing do to me? I don't want to Earth Power. I fear weakness policy. My best bet is stalling out with Ferrothorn, but he has Fire Blast. So, Latias? Kepora? Yeah, I'm going into Mandibuzz. I really don't want my Nidoking going down. I feel it's a winning, it's my key to winning. So I'm going into Mandibuzz, not even going to get affected by this Earth Power. As I think I'm going to make a double switch back into my Nidoking or into my Ferrothorn. Kind of want to go into Ferrothorn, but it's still really risky. I'm going to go into Nidoking, switch out my Mandibuzz with a double switch, and go into my Nidoking, hoping that Mawile comes in. He does withdraw. Going into Mawile. Perfect. Now the Sucker Punch may have a chance of killing me, but I do want to risk it all and go for Earth Power. He does withdraw, most likely into Rotom. Yes, I should have predicted that a bit better and went for Sludge Wave. So he does get his Levitate, meaning that he's immune to that attack. This match is insane, so I have to switch out. I'm going to go into... I almost want to switch into Mandibuzz right here, but I'm going into Latias. I feel like he predicted that. And he went into his Tyranitar. He predicted that very well. If I had switched into Mandibuzz, I'd be in a lot better position. His Sandstorm does subside as soon as he sends in his Tyranitar. I'm going to take a lot of burn damage. Now, I do outspeed, so I kind of want to recover. I'm going to recover here, even because I'm pretty sure Dark Pulse doesn't kill me. So I'll get a bit of HP back. He goes for Stealth Rock. That's not good. That's really bad for me. So I feel like he's predicting me to go into Mandibuzz. So if he's predicting me to go into Mandibuzz, he's going to go into Mawile. If he goes into Mawile, I kind of want to go into Pharaoh. Throat's getting bad. I'm switching into Mandibuzz. I don't care. I want these rocks away from my team. So I'm switching out Latias. This battle is full of switching, and I'm switching in Mandibuzz. Taking 25% from Stealth Rocks as he goes into probably Mawile. So I was right on that prediction, but I made a bad switch as he goes into his Mawile. So fearing Play Rough, I'm going into Ferrothorn and hoping that he does not go for a Fire Fang. So I'm going into Pharaoh as he goes for a Play Rough. I like to see that. As the Play Rough, I just eat it up with my Ferrothorn. I get the Iron Barbs damage, bringing that thing really close to 50%. As I'm going to get my Leftovers recovery. Bring me back up to a steady amount of HP. I want this thing paralyzed, but I feel Rotom coming in. So I kind of want my Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks. and I'm feeling like he does not have Fire Fang. I'm really hoping he doesn't have Fire Fang. So he doesn't have Fire Fang because he switched out. And here comes the Tyranitar to give me that Fire Blast in my face. If I had gone for Leech Seed, I'd be in a much better position. But I don't care. I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks. Now there is a downside to that. I can't exactly defog now, or else I'm losing my own rocks. So seeing Fire Blast, I put myself in a bit of a bad position. Going into Mandibuzz, and I'll get off a Roost on the come-in. I'm hoping that I don't get burned. And as he goes for the Fire Blast, I'm hoping not to get a burn. And I don't get the burn, so I'm gonna go for my Roost because I need some HP. As I get off my Roost, giving me back a lot of HP. As he goes for another Fire Blast, hoping for a burn. I'm hoping he doesn't get it, as he's not getting it. So I'm gonna go for the defog because I want these rocks out of here. I'll have to reset mine up, but it doesn't bug me. These rocks are killing my team. So I'm gonna go for my defog. So now the rocks are gone from both of our sides of the field. As he goes for Stealth Rock, predicting my defog. Very nice. I want to go for a Roost right here because I want some HP back. As that was probably a bad play because he might switch into Rotom. Go for a Thunderbolt on my Mandibuzz and deal too much damage. As he goes into Shaman. What can this thing do to me? What could Shaman possibly do to me? A Life Orb Seed Flare won't even do much because I'm fully special defensive. I'm actually going to go for a knockoff right here. Hidden Power Ice, I'm guessing. This will deal a nice amount of damage. That does deal a nice amount of damage, but I'm getting rid of that Life Orb as he crits me. The Life Orb goes down from the Shaman with the knockoff. Doesn't deal much damage, but I care about getting off that Life Orb. So I'm going to go for a Roost because I want my HP. This battle is insane. As he goes for an Air Slash, dealing a decent amount of damage. As I get off a Roost, Mandibuzz just refuses to die. It will not go down. So right here, I'm getting rid of my rocks while going for the defog. So I'll have the rocks off my team. So that way, I can safely switch in Mandibuzz and my Gengar and my Latias without taking too much damage. He goes for another HP Ice, or Electric, or whatever the crap this freaking HP move is. As I get off a defog, now right here, I'm going for Toxic. So I can just stall out this Shaman. Now, I don't like playing stall games, but right here, the Shaman is too powerful for me. As he goes for another Hidden Power. Not dealing enough to bring me down to even, like, around 50%. And I hit my Toxic. So the Shaman will slowly die to the Toxic. This thing is around the same HP of my Mandibuzz. Roost is obvious, but I'm going for it. His Mandibuzz is getting low on HP. As he does withdraw his Shaman, predicted that really well. And he's probably going to go into Tyranitar? Nope. Mawile. Scary. Very, very, very scary. So I'm going to go for the Roost, because I need some HP. As my Mandibuzz is at 100% HP. This thing is scaring me. I feel like he's gonna... Well, he has to play rough or Substitute, and I feel Substitute. Making me want to switch into Scizor. If he substitutes, I can switch it. Nope, going into, nope. I'm switching in Ferrothorn, I don't care. I'm switching in Ferrothorn. So I'm switching in Ferrothorn because Scizor was a bit too risky. So here comes Ferrothorn. As he does withdraw, guessing Tyranitar. Mr. Peppers, that is the Rotom. I should have predicted that. That was actually a really obvious play. Not sure how I didn't see that. So, I feel like he's predicting me to go into Rotom. Not Rotom, I don't have a Rotom. Predicting me to go into Mandibuzz or Latias. But at the same time, I'm not taking an overheat. I'm going into Latias, I don't care. Once again, this battle is just full of switching. This battle is playing out just so well. He goes for the overheat, which I'm glad to see. My Latias will just take little to no damage. As I can get off a recover like normal. As I would go for a Draco Meteor if it wasn't too risky. So I'm gonna get off a recover because I really want my Latias in a good healthy condition. After the burn, I need this thing at a high amount of HP. I can't even Calm Mind safely. He withdraws, most likely into Tyranitar. Mawile, even better. This thing is just threatening my team. So I will get some HP back from the recover. It's so risky going into my Ferrothorn now. I'm typing something, so give me like a minute. I'm bad at typing. Okay, now what do I want to switch in? I feel like he's predicting me to go into Ferrothorn again. So I almost want to stay in and go for a Draco Meteor, but I don't want to switch into Mandibuzz. I'm gonna make a play. And, you know what, no, I'm going back into Ferrothorn, I just don't care anymore. So I'm making a switch into Ferrothorn, hoping that he doesn't switch into Rotom again. He goes for a sub. I'm whittling down his Mawile slowly. With the sub, because he can't regain any HP, thankfully. So, I'm gonna go for a Gyro Ball, hoping to... Actually, no, that's not gonna break his sub. He can't do much, so I'm just gonna go for a Stealth Rock. He goes for the Play Rough. He does hit it. Won't deal too much damage unless he crits, which doesn't deal much damage. He's just gonna take Iron Barb's damage from here. Slowly whittling away his Mawile as I go for the Stealth Rock. Now, seeing as I have Ferrothorn in, I don't see him going for Play Rough again. I really want to make a play, predicting him to go in to the Rotom and switch into like my Mandibuzz. But I'm just gonna go for a Gyro Ball. It's too risky at this point. He is gonna Sucker Punch, predicting that very nicely. Dealing a nice amount of damage to my Ferrothorn, but sadly enough, it's just gonna give him more damage at this point. As I do get a Gyro Ball off on his sub. Not gonna matter too much as it won't even break the sub. So I'm gonna get a bit of Leftovers recovery. Now I feel like he's gonna switch out. So I'm gonna Leech Seed. I almost want to Leech Seed. Yeah, I'm gonna Leech Seed, predicting a switch. He doesn't switch, so he goes for the Play Rough. My Ferrothorn is very close to dying, which is not a fun sight to see. As he gets a crit, I don't really care too much about that. He barely lives through that. To go for the Leech Seed, but it fails, and I'm gonna get a bit of leftovers recovery, bringing my Ferrothorn up to just a bit of HP. Now I'm predicting a Sucker Punch. Ferrothorn might just have to die right here. Yeah, I'm gonna let Ferrothorn die. As he goes for the Play Rough, his Mawile does go down. Along with my Ferrothorn, his Mawile goes down. So I'll double down right here. It's 5-4. He lost Mienshao and Mawile, and I've only lost Ferrothorn. But this is 34 minutes into the battle, and there's only 3 Pokemon down total. Now, I feel like he'll switch in Tyranitar. So, I'm gonna switch in my Mandibuzz. Why not? As he does bring in the Tyranitar, I really don't want to send in the my Scizor yet, because it's really ballsy for me to go for a, what is it called? A Swords Dance Bug Bite or anything like that, while this thing is around spraying Fire Blasts everywhere. So he does withdraw, most likely into Shaman. Nope, Rotom. So I will get off a knockoff on this thing. Won't matter too much, it's just gonna knock off a Focus Sash that does not matter in the slightest. So I knock off the Focus Sash. Thunderbolt is incoming. I do outspeed this thing, but I'm at max HP, so I can't roost. So, Latias, I feel like he's gonna switch into Tyranitar though. I'm going into Latias, played safe. So I'm gonna switch out my Mandibuzz. This is just too risky at this point. As he goes for the Overheat, he does miss, which really doesn't matter in the long run. My Latias is just going to get the recover off, basically. As right here, I can just go for a Draco Meteor if I really want to. But at this low of HP, at 50% or so, I just want to recover and get some HP back. So my Latias is back at full HP as he goes for a Trick, stealing my Life Orb, which I could care less about. I don't really care if he has a Life Orb because he's about to die anyways. He dies upon switching thanks to Stealth Rock. As I'm actually gonna Calm Mind right here. So I'm gonna get out my Calm Mind, because I do want to get a Draco Meteor off on Tyranitar on the come-in, and I want to let this thing honestly die to Life Orb. As he goes for an Overheat, dealing a nice amount of damage, thankfully, to the Life Orb, due to being at -2, I believe. As he gets another special attack drop, slowly withering away. I believe he dies this turn, honestly. As I'm being withered away. He does not die this turn, so I can get off a recover. Because I do want my Latias in a good, healthy position, like I said. Because I want to keep this thing alive. I want Latias to get its time. I said that I wanted its time in the last battle. I'm giving it its time this battle. This thing, once again, hits Slave, but it takes hits too well. We're in a near 38-minute battle. It's absolute insanity. He goes back into Tyranitar, predicted that. It was a very obvious play on his part, but I do have Stealth Rocks up, so his Rotom dies upon entry. He's just going to save it for Death Fodder. Now, Latias isn't very useful anymore, due to Rotom dying upon entry, Shaman being destroyed by my Scizor, and Meowstic being destroyed by my Scizor. So pretty much, I just want a Draco Meteor right here. Which I'm gonna do, actually. I'm gonna go for the Draco Meteor. I do land it, getting off a hefty amount of damage on Tyranitar. As my camera unfocuses. Getting off a nice amount of damage. That did good amount of damage. It goes for the Dark Pulse, which I actually take very well. Latias even taking hits from Tyranitar at this point. I'm gonna go for a recover. Like I said a million times before, Latias needs to stay in a healthy position. As he goes for another Dark Pulse. Mandibuzz, oh, it's a crit, isn't it? No, that's not a crit. If it was a crit, I would have been dead. He's just gaining HP back at this point. So recovering is useless. Seeing as he just keeps Dark Pulsing, I'm going into Mandibuzz. So I'm switching into Mandibuzz, and I'm gonna knock off this thing's leftovers one way or another. This thing will not be gaining HP. It is way too much of a risk. I haven't even thrown in Scizor this match yet, so I'm gonna go for the knockoff. He can't safely switch in anything, so it's basically his best play just to keep this thing in, or throw in Rotom. So he's gonna most likely throw in Rotom. He throws in Shaman, not a bad play on his part, in all honesty. It does have Natural Cure, so it's not gonna take... It doesn't have any Toxic anymore, so I'm gonna go for the knockoff. Deal little to no damage to this Shaman. Obviously go for the Toxic right here. He goes for the Air Slash, hoping for a crit slash flinch, I'm guessing, as I go for my Toxic. Mandibuzz, you are putting in work. So the Shaman slowly is about to die. I feel Tyranitar coming back in, so I'm gonna go for a knockoff. As he goes for an HP Ice, letting his Shaman die. As it does deal a decent amount of damage, I'm gonna go for the knockoff, securing Shaman's defeat. As Shaman goes down, so he has lost Shaman, Rotom, technically, Mawile, and Mienshao. Basically, the only two things he has left are Tyranitar and not Mienshao. This thing that is called a Meowstic. There we go. I remembered its name. Now, like I said, he has two Pokemon left. We are in a 40-minute battle. Oh my. Longest battle I have ever had. So here's the Tyranitar. Like I said, this thing's leftovers... Oh, my computer just, like, went into sleep mode. These leftovers are being knocked off, no matter what. I'm not dealing with this thing. Getting the knockoff, so the leftovers are gone, and my Scizor can safely come in and Bug Bite, securing the victory, honestly. The camera is going in a really bad angle. I don't like that. That should be good. Okay-ish, actually. It's just getting worse. Oh my god, this is just freaking fantastic. Okay, there. We'll leave it like that. I'm gonna go for a Toxic right here. As I do land my Toxic. So the Tyranitar is gonna slowly wither away. Goes for the Earth Power, predicting a switch, which does not help. Gonna go for a Roost. Just preserving Mandibuzz. At this rate, he's lost. So I can just Roost. If he does kill my Mandibuzz, I can come in with Scizor. And I can go for Bug Bites on the rest of his team and kill him. He goes for a Fire Blast. As my Mandibuzz just keeps taking these hits. Hasn't even gotten burned. So I'll go for a knockoff right here. This will kill the Tyranitar. Well, not the knockoff, but more or less the Toxic. He misses the Fire Blast. Once again, it doesn't matter in the long run. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I pretty much already won. So there goes the Tyranitar. And all he has left is Meowstic against my Mandibuzz, and 4 of my other team members. I didn't even have to use Gengar's Destiny Bond. It's pretty interesting. So Meowstic takes a bit of rock damage. Gonna go for a knockoff, even though he might have Thunderbolt. Match is forfeited. So he does forfeit, just knowing that he already lost. GG. That was an insanely long match. Really fun. I haven't had a battle like that in so long. Oh, that was fun. I'm gonna have a fun time editing this video. But I will save that battle. That was an extremely fun battle. 43 minutes. Oh my. Alright, well thank you guys for watching this amazing battle. If you like this battle, leave a like rating. If you want to see any Pokemon in the next episode, or anything I can get better on, leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you want to see more battles, subscribe to my channel. I'm WindScytheScizor, and I will see you guys later.